Hi friends, welcome back. Today is day 2 of our Scrappy zipper pouch sew along. And today we're going to tackle the zipper. Now don't be scared of the zipper. So many people are afraid of zippers, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to put in a zipper. I promise you, it's really easy. It's not that hard. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks along the way to get it in nice and straight. So we've got our panels that we put together yesterday. These are our quilted panels, the front and the back. Doesn't matter which is which. We've got our lining ready to go. And then we've got our zipper. Now I'm using Zipper by the Yard, which I love. And I get a lot of my Zipper by the Yard from my friend at Idle Blooms. And you can find her on Instagram, and she's got a website, and she's got a cute little store that she just opened. She's got really fun zipper pulls and Zipper by the Yard. So I've got this little yellow stripe. Now I'm going to start by cutting it. So the zipper length, okay, I did some trimming here, so I'm just trimming off my pouch. Now, once I was done with these guys, I trimmed them to make sure they're exactly the same size. So they're a little smaller than what I originally started out with. And that's totally fine. As long as you make sure these two pieces are the same size and the two lining pieces are the same size. So all 4 of these pieces are the same size. Doesn't matter what the size is for whatever you're making. You know what I mean? Like, we cut it down just a little bit. So as long as you cut down the other pieces, you're good to go. So for the zipper, how you figure out how long of a zipper you need, measure in a 1/2 inch from each end of your panel. So that's going to give us 7 1/4 inches long. So that's how long we're going to cut our zipper. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off 7 1/4. Now, Zipper by the Yard, the zipper teeth, those are nylon. So you can cut and sew right through them. They're not metal. If you're using a metal zipper, just be careful about how you cut and make sure you don't try to sew through the metal zipper because that won't work. All right, so we've got our zipper. First thing we have to do is put the zipper pull on. Now, you can use this little zipper jig, which makes it a lot easier. You can do it by hand, whatever works best for you. But you put your zipper jig on here backwards. And then you take your teeth and you start to pull them apart. And this is also facing, the back is facing me. So you just line them up. You know what? How about we turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing? All right, there we go. Got our zipper jig. This is the back of the zipper pull. This is the back of your zipper tape. It's hard to do this when I'm not looking at it. So here, I'm trying to do it at an angle where you can see it. Here we go. Okay, you see how we started pulling it down? And it's closing the zipper. So you can see that right there. So then you just pull it the rest of the way. It's on there. That's all. That's the hardest part, is just getting those 2 teeth lined up together. And this is on there. We're done with this. So now our zipper pull is in place. It's on. Everything is nice and straight. Now, if the edges of your zipper tape are fraying, you see how I got a little bit of fray right there? You could take a lighter or a match and just lightly burn that edge. It just melts the edge because this is nylon. So you can just do that. That way you don't get all of this fraying here. I'm just going to trim that off. But if that's bothering you, that's one of the little tricks that you want to do, is just lightly burn. Don't start anything on fire. Just melt it. Now this is the start of your zipper pull. Generally, zippers go from left to right. So when we line this up on here, we want to make sure our zipper pull is down here on the left. It opens towards the right. Now, before we can attach the zipper, we're going to attach these little zipper tabs, is what these are called. I start out, they're 2.5 by 2. The size, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Here's what you need to know. You take this piece and first you fold it in half and you press it with an iron and you get this little crease. Then you open it all back up and then you press this side in and this side in. So this is the 2.5 inch length here. It's 2 inches wide. And then you fold it up. Now all your raw edges are tucked up inside and nothing is going to be visible. So we're going to first, I like to start either the front or the back. It does not matter. But we're going to just sew that across right onto the back of the zipper. Don't worry about the excess you have hanging off the front and the back. We'll trim that when we're all done. Just simply sew a nice straight line across. Now, we're going to go back here. We're going to measure this. Now, because we put this on there, this is sticking out just a little bit. I know it's hard to see, but here's my line, and this is a little bit longer now. That's okay. I'm going to mark that, and I'm just going to cut that off. So I'm going to back this up. I'm just going to trim. You want to cut off any excess. Tuck this in just like that, just like we did the other side. Once we sew that on, then we've got a 1/2 inch from each side, which is what you want. We're going to sew this one on, same way. Right over those teeth, unless they're metal. So this is what your zipper now looks like. Now, go ahead, trim that off. You want this zipper tab to be the same width as your zipper. It's just easier if you start with it a little bit longer on each side. That way everything is lined up nice and straight. That looks good. So there's our zipper pull. So now we're going to put the zipper on. So what you want to do, this is our front. This is your front of your zipper. Your zipper pull is down here towards the left. Your zipper is closed. If your zipper was open, the pull would be on the right. You just want to make sure when it's closed, your zipper pull is on the left. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line this up here with that mark, and you can clip, pin, use a basting tape, whatever you want to do to hold it in place. Now, the biggest thing is that this edge of your zipper tape stays lined up with the edge of your pouch. Now here, it did end up pushing just a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of even this out just a little bit. So it's overhanging this side just a tiny bit. So it's just, you just want to make sure it's centered. Okay, so it's just like lined up on the outside of the line on each side, which is totally fine. Now something, and I think this is where a lot of people make this mistake, is the zipper pull. If you try to sew right past it, do you see where the pull is? And do you see, it's hard to tell on camera, but you see how you kind of get this like bubble right there? That's because that's where this is, and it's pushing the tape up because it's open. So what I like to do, get that out of your way. So just unzip it. And then when we're sewing, I'm going to show you how to keep an eye on that so that you don't end up with that bubble down here. Okay. So we're going to sew, but we're going to use our zipper foot. All sewing machines typically come with a zipper foot. Mine looks different because this is the Juki TL2000QI. And this is just the foot that came with this machine. This is an industrial sewing machine. I've had it for a really long time. It's a straight stitch only machine, and it's just a workhorse. All the feet are metal. Nothing on here is plastic, and it works really great. So I want to use not quite, well, yeah, about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I've got that lined up here on my plate, and I've got my zipper right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back stitch, get this clip out of the way. And you want to just make sure that as you're sewing that the zipper tape is matching up with your raw edge of the pouch. Just keep moving the clips as you go. Now, before we even get to where the zipper pull is, I'm going to leave the needle in the down position and I'm lifting up the presser foot and I'm going to pull this closed. If you try to sew right past that foot, that's when you're going to get that weird bubble and your zipper is going to look crooked. Don't ever force your way past the foot, or I'm sorry, not the foot, the zipper pull, because it's stronger than the machine. It's not going to move because it's metal. So now this is what it should look like. Right sides are together. Your zipper is facing the pouch. Always right sides together, pretty sides together. All right, now we are going to take one of our lining pieces. We're going to lay that down. Again, right sides together. We just made a zipper sandwich. So it's sandwiched in between. This is the right side and this is the right side. And then you can go ahead and clip those down. Again, note, just mentally remember where the zipper pull is sitting right now. Because you don't ever want to try to sew your way past that. Because it will win every time. And again, we're going to use 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, back stitch at the beginning and the end. Now I can feel that zipper pull is right here. So I'm still going to leave the needle down, lift up the foot, and just fold this back. And I'm just going to move this back out of the way. And now I can feel it here again. So we're going to, the same thing, slide it up and out of your way. Now, yeah, we've got half of a zipper on there. So just finger press everything down. Make sure this gets pulled down away from the zipper, that this is laying nice and flat. You can press that with an iron if you want to. You can do that now, or you can do that after this next step. So this is what you should look like at this point. Okay, the zipper's at the top. You've got your exterior and your interior is on the back. Now we're going to take the other side. So this is the back and this is our top. So put this here. I did mark it with my pen, but because I have a dark fabric, it's really hard to see the marks. So what I like to do is look at my marks on my cutting mat. That one I can see. This one, it's like right on the flower stem. So I try to make a mental note so I can remember where it's at. And we're going to just line this up. Same thing. Make sure it's centered on there. Now the right sides are still together. Flip it in place. We're going to repeat all of those same steps. And we're going to sew this onto the other side. Zipper pull, we're going to move it. Okay. So now if you flip this over, your zipper should be in the middle of your front and your back. And this is the top side of your zipper. Make sure everything looks right. Now, what you've got to do is flip this back over this way. So your lining is up. Now we're going to do the same thing. Put the lining on. All of our right sides are still together. Now, look at, I've got a little bit of overhang here. Don't worry about that. Things shift and move, and even though we measure and it seems like everything is perfect, then when you sew, things like scooch down just a little bit. We'll straighten all that up. Don't let things like that stress you out. I know people get hung up on that, and you're probably thinking, you measured everything. It was all perfect. It was. This is just the nature of the game. Okay, now we're going to sew this last step. Zipper pull right there. We're going to open it up. Zipper pull. We're going to put it back. Trust me, that step is always worth it. Right? This is what you're looking at right now. Then you open this up. So now you have your lining. You should have 2 linings in the back side of your zipper. The other side should be 2 fronts in the front side of your zipper. This is what it should look like. So last thing I'm going to do for today is I'm going to press here and here along the zipper. You want to make sure that you're pulling this down towards the bottom and away from your zipper. So I like to press on the inside first. I'm going to do that really quick. So I've given them a good press, and then what you want to do is just take it to your machine and you're just going to top stitch along the top edges, because that's going to hold everything in place. It's going to help keep the liner down inside the bag, because you don't want it to get bunched up, and you would never want it to come up and get in the way of your zipper teeth. So we're going to top stitch there. You can leave your zipper foot on for this. I like to, just because mine's really narrow, but your pull should not get in the way. But one thing like this, because I'm using more of a decorative zipper pull and it's this cute spool of thread, it might get in the way of your stitching. So just make sure you move that out of the way, but it doesn't matter where your zipper is at right now. We top stitched. There we go. On the front side. I'm trying to line it up with my camera. Now we're going to top stitch on the other side. Same thing. And again, move your zipper pull out of the way. Don't try to stitch over that. That would result in a broken needle for sure, which is okay. It happens. But you don't want to do that. All right, look at how good that looks. So we've got top stitching is done on both sides. And now we're going to come back tomorrow for day 3. Okay, you just put in a zipper. That's how it should look on the front. That's how it looks on the back. And now all we have left to do tomorrow is to put this whole thing together. So come back tomorrow for day 3, and you can work on this after class whenever you want. Remember that if you didn't get the pattern already, it is in the description. There is a link if you're missing the paper pattern. That'll get you all registered, because we're going to be doing some giveaways and some other fun things. So make sure you register. It'll give you the free paper pattern. It'll be sent right to your email. And we're going to come back tomorrow, finish this up. And if you need any supplies, if there's something that I showed that you don't have, you would like to get one, that is also linked right below in the description. And be sure you've hit that subscribe and follow button so you don't miss out on anything. And then come back tomorrow for day 3.